Hello, class. This is Mr. Perez. I want to talk to you about the social project, about the project itself. So, once you find a partner, you're gonna start working with your partner. So, you're gonna go to the project, and then you're gonna go and download the PowerPoint, Social Activism Summer 2020, and you should be getting a PowerPoint that looks like this. So, the first thing you're gonna do, you write your name and you write your partner's name. Then make sure that you keep this in mind, and then we're gonna get about the project itself. So for this project, we're gonna look at how corporations, companies, uh, use the media to advertise their products, and you're gonna talk about whether they're socially responsible or not. Companies don't have to be socially responsible, you know, but sometimes they really lie and they make people believe that they're safe. Other times, some companies are really, really good companies and they really like to help the planet. Again, they don't have to do that. Sometimes that hit their bottom line, but they're willing to help communities. For example, this is an old company, and this is an old example I want to bring in. This is not something I want you guys to write about it because this is my example. But I'm going to talk about the old cigarette companies. Back when I was a kid in the 1970s, yeah, that long ago, uh, I remember seeing cigarette ads everywhere. And you can buy candy cigarettes. It was like, you with your friends, you pretend you were smoking. And it was seemed like a socially okay thing. My parents would give me money so I could go and buy sugar cigarettes and pretend that I was smoking. You will see stuff like the Marlboro Man, which it was a cigarette company that advertised with a cowboy. You want to be rough like him. So you want to go outside to the clean air and smoke cigarettes. Ironic enough, he died from lung cancer, the actor that played the Marlboro Man. Uh, but cigarette companies for decades, they lie about their product being healthy. And they knew about it. So companies like that are not being socially responsible at all. Another one that I have an example, and I don't want you guys to use it because, and again, it's one of my examples. It's what I have on the assignment as an example, and it's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a major company. It's one of the richest ones in the world. So they have a campaign talking about how they clean the water in poor communities where they have their factories. What they don't tell you is they clean the water because they need clean water to be able to make Coke according to the recipe. The Coca-Cola recipe is very unique. And in some communities, they take control over most of the water supply. Some places up to 90%. And when they give people, it's the sugary water that damages their teeth and their health, make them overweight, and it's not healthy at all. So, it's not as good as they make it sound. Other companies are really, really good. And if you buy one product, they give another one to poor communities, on and on. You can research. Don't take this as a negative assignment, but it's about social responsibility. I'm sorry, in the media. So what I care about for this project, since we're in art class, in art, how advertisement work on this. How do they use color? How they use the element of art? This advertisements are made by geniuses of design. These campaigns are worth millions of dollars. Think of Nike. When Nike joins some cause, are they really being honest about it? Or they just want to make money? There's a gray area. So talk about how people actually use advertisement to do this. Look at the advertisement, be critical about it. I always find funny how in the Coca-Cola beer commercials, McDonald's, everybody eats a Whopper or a Big Mac every day, yet they're 100 pounds. How is that possible? I eat half a Whopper and I get 5 pounds on the spot. So how these companies are sending subliminal messages, maybe. And again, some companies are great companies, they're really good, and they want to do better for the world. So I'm just mentioning the bad players. So once you pick a company to work with a classmate, the first thing we need to know is about the company. So I want you to answer these basic questions. They're a point each. They're very easy to Google. Then this is when you talk about the marketing campaign. And this is what you tell me about, oh, the company does this and that, it's based on this, like Marlboro back in the 70s was based on a cowboy, you know. And their company is trying to convince that their products are useful, they're gonna make your life better, they're healthy, they're safe, they're this, they're that. So now we got that, you know. So the next one is, are they being socially responsible? And just yes and no, it's not 6 point, 10% of your grade. Write a couple of paragraphs about it that make your statement worth it. It sounds similar to this, but it's actually quite different. Here you're talking about the marketing campaign as such. And the campaign could be deceiving, you know. Here you go to, are they being responsible? And you have to just don't say, yes, they are. Why? How? Give me some numbers, some data. So this is the part of the assignment where you learn about your company. What I want you guys to do after that is to do some art. I want you guys to create a collage. A collage is a bunch of images put together to make a larger image. So it's not, a little picture next to each other in little squares like that. That's not a collage, that's a window. One image is overlapping. I have some links on Blackboard about funky collages and, for inspiration. You can actually use Word. Word have a feature that takes a white around a photo. You can use Photoshop. You can actually take real magazines and cut them out and just take a photo of it, scan the image, If you do so, make sure you don't take it on an angle. Make sure you're doing the proper picture or scanning of the image. And you have to follow the elements of art and the principle of design to do this. If you click here, it gives you a link to a list of them. So read this before you start your collage. So, you can, elements of art, one is color, what colors I'm using. Don't say my collage have green and red. No, say why, go a little deeper into this. I can't see it, I want to know why you guys chose it. And then this is where the collage goes, and it's 25 points. That's almost half of the grade of the collage. And then I need you guys to write me the main links where you got your information from. So when I go to the collage here, to the assignment, I also talk about compressing an image. So compressing an image on the software means actually to reduce the size. So if I take a photo on Blackboard, any photo, let's say that I have that photo of this handsome man. Oh, that's me, that's right. Let's say I bring it to PowerPoint. So now I have the photo here. I can do some things to the photo. Everything starts by clicking on the photo. If I double click on the photo, PowerPoint change and it become like a photo editing software. Using these black spaces here, I can actually crop them. You see how I got rid of it? So you can do some cropping to your images right in the software. Then the last thing I ask you to compress the image. Compressing the image means it's not just making it smaller. If I do this, the image is still the same size. The data is just overlapping itself. I need to compress it here. And if I go to compress, you don't want this feature. You want the 150. And I'm gonna delete all the crop areas of the picture. The black areas are gonna be gone. See, if I go to crop, you don't see them anymore. They're gone. So you can take the size of a PowerPoint maybe to 5-10 times smaller than originally, which means it's gonna go really easy on Blackboard. The files that are too big just don't work on Blackboard. So make sure that you do this. And once you do it, see, double click, compress, make sure all pictures in this file are selected. That means that all the photos in the document are gonna go down in size. You should do this for any kind of PowerPoint that you do. It's gonna make them flow so much faster. So you're gonna have your collage. You're gonna have, talk about the company, and then make sure that when you go to the social group project, you're gonna click here, and this is where you're gonna send it. You scroll all the way down, and then you go browse my computer, and then you're gonna attach a file, and you're gonna submit. You need to do both. If you just browse my computer, I don't get anything. You need to go to the submit button. Make sure I get this. Otherwise, all I see in my gradebook is just a blue note telling me this person didn't complete the process. And I can grade it and you will get a 0, you know. So make sure that you do this right. I hope this helped you with the assignment. And of course, if you need to talk to me, remember, always use Blackboard messages. You just go create message as I've shown before. And then you find me here in the instructor area, Pedro Perez Suarez, instructor. You add me. You have to write a subject. So you say, I need help with the assignment. Type your message and then you go submit. I hope this helped you. Take care and I'll see you soon.